Hello and good morning, NBG here. I just wanted to make a quick video kind of going over a weekly recap of sorts to kind of show just, how well this week has gone. I made a few videos kind of showing my daily process in terms of what I make and what I do to make my gold, which is primarily just Shadowlands crafting for the most part. And I kind of just wanted to go over how everything's gone. Before doing so, I did already do a cancel scan to get all my stuff back up that didn't sell. But before I actually look at my ledger and kind of take a look at everything that happened this week, I'm going to go ahead and collect my mail from yesterday. As you see, another huge day, 152,000. That's another very large mailbox. This will kind of give me my 1 week look at how much gold I've made. And in all honesty, quite a lot of its profit. I think it's like a probably 70-30 cut or something. Like I am making a massive amount of gold. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe everybody else makes this much gold and I'm just late to the party, but I really feel like I'm making some darn good gold in a pretty good amount of time. So let's take a look at our new total. Looks like our new total is 2,345,000 gold. That is awesome. Definitely the most I've ever had, but I'm not stopping there. So with that, let's go ahead and take a look at just what's going on TSM. So let's look at, let's go back. Again, I started this journey on July 20th. It is, what, August 9th now, right? That's not exactly that long. That's less than 3 weeks. If I'm, good at math. Less than 3 weeks or so. And really this was my starting point because I had to log on to all my characters and to have this see its gold. So I really started, I think, with about 435. Actually, I think it was actually either way. Let's say I did. Let's take the higher number. Let's say I did start at 435. Even if I went from 435,000 all the way up to almost 2,350,000 basically. That is a pretty fat amount that I've gained in a pretty short amount of time, if you ask me. But let's look at just this week. That's kind of what I wanted to make a video about. This is where I was at the start of the week. So this is just 1 week. This is how much I've made. Start of the week, 1,446,000. And actually, wow, that works out quite well, huh? All the way up to 2,346,000. Luckily, it made really easy math for me. That means I made 900,000 gold this week. 900,000 gold this week. 1 week, that's it. On pace for, 3.5 million plus a month. And really, it's doing my covenant tables and stuff in the morning. Spending usually about an hour, mostly because of, milling and other junk that you have to do, but usually I really only spend about an hour crafting. Spending about an hour crafting and then just cancel scanning a couple times throughout the day, and then again at night going ahead and going through my covenant tables one more time, and going from there, and then one more cancel scan before I go to bed. It can be trimmed down. I could do less. I could definitely do that and make a little bit less profit. That's just the time that I have right now, what I'm able to do. If I wanted to, I could really be pushing this and I could actually be going out and farming and doing other things to make more. This is kind of like a mix between I'm doing a bit, I'm not being lazy, but I'm also trying to keep it as chill as possible. And I've still gained 900,000 this week. So, not entirely sure about all of this here because it says that's, my profit. Well, I guess that's about right? Total profit earned, average profit per day, of dang near pushing, 200K a day in what I'm bringing in. And that's including everything, I believe. But anyway, I mostly just wanted to point at this. This growth, 900,000 this week is not fake. I've already made the videos on everything I'm doing. I just kind of wanted to show that off and talk about how easy it is. I had no idea, let's go to all, how, not even 3 weeks ago, right? I guess it's about 3 weeks, right? Either way, about 3 weeks ago, I decided that I really wanted to get serious in making gold. And yeah, I've made almost 2 million since then. I'm excited. I think it's awesome. And yeah, that's about it. That's my weekly wrap up. You've already seen everything I've made. You've already seen like kind of like how much of stuff I purchase. Oh, this will only show stacks. I don't think it breaks it down. Like, I buy a lot of night. I buy, all of this stuff is just anything I've had to buy at different prices just to make what I make. Let's go into my sales. Let's look at last 30 days. Let's look at last 7 days. Last 7 days. Does this break it down in? No, because you'll see fortified a numerous amount of times. So I bet if I look at, I don't want to see. What is it? Yeah, there we go. I don't want to see vendor. I don't want to see. I don't do any COD. I don't do that. So let's just look at auctions. When you start breaking down, look how much ceremonious gear. The plate 60 gear I've made. Quite a bit, just this week. I could probably break it down and show just how much profit I've made just from those. But I made a pretty big bit. Cosmic potions. Again, a bunch of different stack sizes. Like somebody might actually buy out 150 at a time. But a lot of cosmic healings. Haven't made a lot of jewels in general. Not a lot of jewel capturing. The Desolate set, obviously. Inner 60 gear, quite a lot. A little bit of drums. There's some oils. Overall, I would definitely say enchants are pretty big for me. Especially the Celestials. I do pump out a lot of these. Let's see, does it say how many I've sold? Yeah, it says I've sold 201 of these. So really, I do sell about 10 of these a day. It looks like somewhere around there. And honestly, that's about how I think I usually only make 10 a day, so I could probably make more because I sell them like crazy. But judging by this, the crafting cost at 155. And if I sold it right now at its normal price, making 126, yeah, only 126 gold, but when you sell a few hundred of them, that adds up pretty quick. So I've been really liking the enchants, specifically the Celestial, but this is the big boy to me, at least on my server and in my situation, just given how much of them I can push out. I did not get this, to get the ability. I did not get the ability to even make these until, gosh, it's only been, what, 4 days? Almost 5 days? So not even this whole week. Let's see. Well, I guess it's close. I guess it has been nearly the whole week. I actually didn't think I had these quite this long. I think I actually got them like on Wednesday. So nearly a whole week that I've had these, and just the sheer amount that I've sold. I've sold 825 of these, probably averaging around 150, 200 gold profit per. I'm noticing in general, I'll spend about maybe 10k on mats in a day for my heavy desolate. And then by the time they all sell, I've made like 40k, so it's like 30k profit like every single day just off of heavy desolate armor kits. Selling like crazy. I'm expecting those to slow down. Here's some cooking. The lightless silk pouches are hit and miss. It really depends on if they're worth crafting in the day. And a lot of times they might start worth crafting and I might sell a few at a good price, and then other people make them and start selling them, and then the price tanks, and then all of a sudden you're losing money on them. So on average, I think they're not insane. At least for me, they're not insane. They were pretty good when the XP event was going on. That was good overall for making them. But like right now, it's really, really hit and miss if I'm actually going to make a decent amount of profit on them. Here's some more gems. Missives, I definitely make missives, but they don't sell for almost anything. So just the amount of time it takes to mill and make inks and put them out there, there honestly might be a giant just time sink. I might be better off doing just about anything else other than making missives. But that's me, because, yeah, there's profit there. It's just not a lot, and then more importantly, it's just really time consuming. I bet you I can take the same amount of time that I spend milling and making inks and I can go put that onto a quick run of gathering just about any Shadowland herb, you know, like a Rising Glory or something, and probably make the same amount of profit back. That's kind of how I feel. I haven't tested it, but that's how I feel. It just doesn't feel worth the time most of the time. Sometimes, once they start selling at a little bit higher prices, you know, then it tends to be okay, but very hit and miss. Only sold 3 party hats this week. I usually sell like 1 a day, so that's down. But again, super simple craft, costs like nothing, and you make like 100 plus gold profit. Man, as the saying goes, you won't go broke taking a profit. So let's see. We got Spectral of Intellects and Spectral of Agilities, as well as the Spectral of Strengths. Those really depend on the day if they're worth making, so they don't get made every day. But when the profit's there, they get made. Random Essentia from doing things, selling it ridiculously. They're like 1,000 gold higher than this right now, so sold them at a pretty bad time. What else? Yeah, both the shaded stones, the shaded weight stones, the shaded sharpening. Again, not insane profit, but profit's profit. So I usually make those every day. Shadowcore oil sometimes. Here's some more of the bags. Again, kind of hit and miss on how much you're making. I swear usually I'm not much higher than even, because I'll sell some at a good price, like 237, and then all of a sudden I have to sell at 161. I mean, or I guess I just could hold them in my bags, but I hate doing that. I really probably should. I just hold on to them. And let's go down here. Ton of shrouded. Like again, basically like 1 a day. I usually have 2 up at all times though. So, but I usually average selling about 1 a day for like the shrouded cloth pieces. Usually pretty good. Blast of Power. Again, like these sold at 285. Probably shouldn't have sold them that darn cheap. You know, 427, 380. Anything over 340 I've noticed is usually an okay profit and worth the time. Some of these too cheap. But again, I do sell a pretty good amount of them. Let's go down. Cooking. The portable, the palatable feasts. Again, another one that's hit and miss on, you know, at 94 gold or something. That's making a pretty good profit. However, I don't make them all that often. Tome of Still Mind, again at 142. Awesome to make. 89, not as much. Mostly just time consuming, takes an awful lot of ink. And that's about it. I've sold a ton of Veiled Augment runes, but I think I'm kind of done trying to sell those. I'd rather spend my anima on other things. But anyway, that is about it. That is kind of my weekly look at just what I'm selling and how it's adding up to as much gold as it is. Again, in terms of just selling stuff on the auction house, that was, you know, 891,000 gold this week as it shows, with 9,630 items sold. That's pretty darn good. Can we break it down and look at just like vendor? Because that would give me a good indication of just how much gold I make a week by doing callings and other random crap. Like heck, it's even counting like as I'm trying to do a run, you know, to try to get my Ashes of Alar, which I'll never get, you know, just of all the anything I've sold to a vendor. But you're also going to see the stuff in here that's, you know, these kind of things. Tokens of merit. Actually, I don't even know what those are. Yeah, you know, stuff like this, like you get from the callings. That's all in there. So that's just the other general crap, and I still make that much off of like doing callings. So that's another way. You know, if you don't want to mess with the auction house, by all means, just go ahead. And do your tables, because they're really, really strong. Do your tables, send all that junk over to your bank alt, just throw it up on the auction house, don't care, and do your callings. Man, if you do both of those, you're gonna make way more than enough to get probably a couple tokens in a week. You know, probably around 2 is my thought, depending on how many characters you have. But for me, I'm trying to push it because I have games and other things I want to buy. So anyway, that is my breakdown. that is my week. Little over, I think, 900,000 gold made this week. It feels great. So with that, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for checking out my video, and I will see you in the next one.